Boing, boing. Ba ba da 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 da. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hello everyone, my name is Ian, and this is A Year and a Day, my Arthurian quest to right the wrongs of my past and better myself for the future of humanity. Machette, I've probably worn it a few times, but I never explained the backstory behind it. This was a gift from one of my uncles. We went to go see a live showing of Mystery Science Theater 3000, and we watched Never Surrender. It's a Karate Kid ripoff movie, essentially, mixed with Rocky 4. And so my favorite moment of the whole show was right at the end, where the Karate Kid knocks out the Russian karate person, and then one of the robots yells out, "We did it, guys! We beat the communists!" And the whole theater just erupts in cheers, and it was fantastic. And also, to explain the tune that I was playing earlier, it's a facsimile of a song by Klaatu, the Little Neutrino. It's a song that goes from this very quiet pattern of back and forth on like an organ of some kind before it crashes into da 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 da. Coincidentally, Klaatu is also the band that was infamously mistaken as being a Beatle. It's the Beatles. The Beatles are coming back, because one of their songs kind of had the singer kind of sounding like Paul McCartney for like a particular portion. And it's a very kind of Beatlesque kind of style of mixing the orchestral and the rock elements a little bit. But the further you listen to sort of the album, it's like, oh no, these aren't the Beatles. Not at all. This isn't their style at all. I should know. I'm a big Beatles fan. They have a very interesting song on there as well. Sir Rugglesby the Third. Which is, it's like listening to a Muppet song sung by Dr. Teeth. It's hilarious. But it's a story about this captain who goes down to hell, but then comes back. I'm the only man who's ever get to hell and come back alive. And he speaks like that. Hell and come back alive. It's a very, like, it's a very interesting voice. Also from that album is a name for an OC / project of mine that I saw. So there's a song on that album called Dr. Marvelo. I was like, oh my gosh, that is a great name. And so I took that name. I believe I added a second L to it. Marvelo. And called it. And now that I had this project called, it's based in Austin, Texas. The capital of this, the city of weird, as it were. Where we took a sort of museum conservatory type thing, black site, very SCP like, and you'll see why in a moment. But basically taking a bunch of the weird stuff in Austin, cataloging it, and bringing it back to his museum. So it would be Dr. Marvelo's Museum of the Strange, Curious, and Peculiar. SCP. So it was originally meant to be a sort of tie-in, a pseudo tie-in into that world. But then I looked at the, let's put it, rule requirements for creating a particular creature. And I was like, I'm not putting in that much effort, and just on this, and even on the off chance that it gets accepted. And I'm like, and so, I kind of kept the creatures to myself. I don't know if I even still have, like, the page where I was, like, looking through them. I still remember, like, plenty of the ideas. But, c'est la vie. Ideas get thought of and then dropped all the time. So, in other news, regarding today, enough about Klaatu and Dr. Marvelo and all that. We put up the Phantom today, which, oh my gosh, was such I saw, because it's this 15-foot tall metal monstrosity of a Halloween decoration that couldn't be placed in the grass. No, because one, the wind would knock it down, and two, we might bust the water line, because apparently that happened the last time it was put up. It's just like, oh my gosh. So it's now blocking the entrance to our house. Can't get out without just having to walk around, walk into the grass, into the yard, which makes me sound like the most privileged jackass ever. But it's about convenience. Blah, 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 blah. But anyway, now you have to walk around into the grass before getting back onto the sidewalk, and it felt like more of a hassle than it was worth, because we were tearing up limestone brick stuff, slitting to make it stick, and hammering these heavy-duty hooks into the ground wherever we could. We're tying this thing to the house itself to tie it down, and then I was trying to actually get it plugged in, because it got unplugged during the transfer. And it's like, having to kind of like dig into the closets all in your face with the wind, you're trying to get up. The ladder's like, you're hoping that the ladder doesn't slip, and you fall and you crack your head up, and like, well, I was like, oh, how'd you die? I died trying to put up a fucking 15-foot Phantom, the skeleton thing. I'm like, but needless to say, we got it up. We got it powered, got it going, and I mean, it's looks pretty cool. I will say that it does look pretty cool. It's kind of, it towers over the landscape. You'll come around like, oh, look at that thing. That's pretty cool. So that was nice. Oh, another thing that I did. I went along with my father for a bit of, to that sausage festival thing, sausage fest thing, which, you know, it's a yearly thing that gets hosted. We went with some family members, and we ended up staying in line for an hour, literally an hour. Nobody knows why it took an hour, and all I know is at some point it's like, hey, we're gonna start doubling up. We cut off the drive-through line. It's like the drive-through line was working before last. Why is that working? We're gonna get you through, and all of a sudden the line picks up like that. So you know what? We listened to a lot of polka. And some polka renditions of some rock songs as well, and a polka rendition of "God Bless America," which was, I was like, I wasn't sure, like, I don't think I do that. I'm just gonna be respectful and stand. Nuts, I tell ya, nuts. It wasn't particularly my style, though, food. I mean, the sausage was alright, and the sides were the sides. Heck, even the dessert wasn't even that good, and the water was well water. So I was like, oh. Okay, you know how different waters have different tastes? Even though water is supposed to be tasteless, that's not true. Every water has its own, you know, minerals mixed in with it, whatever, where it's from. Well, I'm not, not used to the well water from here. It's just like, oh. I was like, you know what? No, thanks. Just get some. I'll just get some water at home. Anyway, so after that whole shindig, we were talking with a bunch of people a bunch of the time, and they recognized me, but I didn't recognize them. And I was like, what's going on? So after that person left, I was like, who's that? And I'm told, oh yeah, that's your first cousin, once removed. Apparently, I have a first cousin. I've got a couple first cousins once removed, and I got second cousins as well. And I didn't even know. And I probably have met them. I know I've met them, but I don't remember anything. Terrible memory, you see. I keep saying that. Terrible memory, you see. Also, sometimes my hair does this where it's like, it comes down here, but then it comes up here. And you can do like the half and half thing where it's like half crazy and it's like half dark. I like performing little ditties on the piano. It's very calming after long, frustrating days. And then it's like It's the parody of the Pachelbel's Canon. It's the 4-chord song. And so you can play just about anything to this. Anyway, so that, nothing too much else exciting happened today. But tomorrow will be another week full of wonderful adventures and surprises and things in store, and also GRE practice. Oh, I don't look, I know I gotta do it, but I'm not looking forward to it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I've been Ian. This has been A Year and a Day, number 49. So, that plus 8 more of those. Take care, and good night.